watching it for all these years, having friends push me to watch it, share the experience with them, is something I never thought I'd be able to even dabble in, as far as, dreams almost. But being able to participate in it last year slightly from a spotter stand to moving in this year, we've got more so of a headstrong idea of how to do it. And the growth and the excitement that is Formula D is what I'm excited about. I'm excited about the crowd. I'm excited about laying freaking rubber all throughout the country.
I'm just excited to be on the biggest stage of what I do right now. I mean, you can't get any higher than Formula Drift in the US, so to finally get to that point and be able to kind of show what I can do is, very exciting.
Hey, my name's Dan Savage, also known as Rapper Dan. Born and raised in Northern Virginia, and work at one of the biggest used car retailers in the country, but also drive for Sikky's FD team.
James Evans, I live in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm the founder of Sikky Manufacturing. Sikky's a manufacturer of suspension components, engine mount kits, exhaust parts, and anything that makes your car go faster, handle better.
And also within the rig, also supporting the Sikky team would be Brad Heil, also campaigning a 350Z convertible, a little bit different, layout and look. All will be having the same library with pretty much the same sponsorship backing, and we will all be sharing the same knowledge that we're learning from track layout to the gearing, and also just general how do we feel about it, all going in as rookies, and also all going in with how do we do this together and make an impact. So I think we're all going to go in headstrong to this 2014 season. So moving into Formula Drift, the top tier series in the US, we're bringing an all new platform to Sikky, would be an RX-8. This chassis definitely has its strong suits with the suspension layout, dual A-arm front, 5-link rear setup, which I think people haven't taken into consideration with trying to figure out how to tune it and stuff. We're not going to go conventional rotary. We're going LS base, most likely positive displacement with power adders. Can't confirm what yet. Over 700 horsepower, we're definitely entry level at. More will definitely be tuned in. And we're really excited to bring in a new chassis that is new for Sikky, not as well acknowledged in Formula D. And we're going to bring everything we can to it. And I've got into drifting with Miatas, so we're going to try to take that knowledge that I had back then and apply it to this to a little degree. And we're super excited for it, and we're just going to try to make our mark, and that's it.
I'm going to be driving the 350Z chassis this year. I've got a lot of experience with it. I've been running the Z chassis for about 5 years now. Got my start in road racing. Did pretty well, won a couple championships. Got my introduction to drifting while attending a road race, and it's been downhill ever since.
My history in racing and drifting is more so just drifting. Being involved in friends' builds just as hobbies grew into me growing as a driver as well. And probably about 2007, growing into my first competition drift event in a Miata chassis of all chassis. Growing with that, realizing the limitations of that chassis, growing into an S chassis as much as people don't like to recognize how easy those are. And knowing how well that is inside and out, with an SR power plant or even to an LS power plant, even to a built LS3 power plant. Growing the chassis to the extreme until realizing that in a new up-and-coming amazing series, you need to bring a new chassis, more so something out of this world, maybe like an RX-8.
I mean, the biggest milestone I've faced this year is just a new territory. FD, although it's drifting, it's at such a higher level to what I'm used to that, it's going to be a pretty big undertaking no matter how much preparation I do.
Realistic unknowns would be track layouts, car setup, shock settings, differential settings, gearing, and logistics, getting the cars there and realizing what it's going to take to run them that whole event from Thursday practice till Saturday, the last run in the finals.
I'm nervous about succeeding, really. I mean, to put this effort forward, anybody that puts the time and effort into something like we've done as a team and as a driver to, get to that level and maybe not be successful or as successful. I'm my worst critic, so I'm definitely going to be pushing myself to succeed. And, if there's factors out of my control that prevent that, that's definitely going to be disappointing.
Going into Formula D and being intimidated by the drivers that have been there for 10 years, the drivers that already have the track layout established, the drivers that already have the setups and the teams that have worked with them for years on par already with knowing what to do. Intimidated by the fans, intimidated by the shaking of the grandstands at Irwindale, intimidated by the paper airplanes in Seattle, like the stuff that's just like crazy, like it just amps you.
I'm confident in my personal skills. I mean, there's a lot of other aspects that come along with it that, as far as head-to-head battles, I mean, I've been behind the wheel of a race car for quite a long time. I've had cars in my mirror for 20 laps at a time, trying to phase you. And I think, when it comes to the mental aspect, I'll be fine. But just making sure that the car I'm bringing is prepped to the fullest of its ability and everything I can control is, the best I can do it. I think, I should be able to at least put up a good fight.
How do I feel measure up to the other drivers and teams? I think a lot of this pro series is like a head game, being phased out by other drivers and being phased out by how loud the competitor's car is. I don't want to say I'm immune to that, but I almost feel that I've already seen it coming. It's like knowing that the red light's going to turn green. Like I know that it's going to be there and it's going to be a factor, but you're just going to go with it.
My goals rookie season are to just come out with a strong showing from me and the team, because in reality, if I don't have such a good event, but one or two of my teammates do, it's still a win in my book. And, if I can finish in the top 25, 20 by the end of the season somehow, I mean, even though it's a tall order, that would be, I think, a huge accomplishment from me and the team.
Getting into drifting, I never thought this would be a goal of mine. But even 2 years into my Pro-Am, competition season, I earned a Formula D license in like 2009. And I saw all the requirements and the tech sheets and stuff, and I was like pretty much actually scared. So just kind of set back, did the Pro-Am series again, finally got buttoned down and did it again in 2012. And still realized like, no, it's still not right. The timing's still not right. Competed again in 2013, so well established in 3-4 years in of Pro-Am categories of, winning licenses, and earned it again in 2013, and then thus realizing that I don't know how many more times I'm gonna have a chance at this. So I feel with the amount of effort I put into even running at the lower series, maturing and realizing what a program is with a spotter, with a crew guy, with someone a car actually that's more capable to be running at the top, even at Pro-Am level, and acknowledging what it takes to run at Formula D is what I've matured into, what my team has matured into. So I think that, yeah, we've matured into it and that I have grown into it with as much as I could take, and now I'm ready and we're ready to take it to the top.
Do I think I'm ready for Formula Drift? I'd have to say yes. I've been at this for a long time, maybe not at the Formula D level, so I'm not ready for what some of the elements Formula D brings that your normal, Pro-Am would bring, but yeah, for the most part, from a skill level, I don't think I could have much more practice than I do. I'm as ready as I've ever been.